Asher Roth, Mike Shinoda, Yellow Wolf. What do all these white rappers have in common? Well, they're white. But why is that a problem still? Are white rappers inferior? Are they not as lyrical? Are they too goofy? Is Eminem allowed to be the only white successful rapper in the game? We've only had a handful of rappers, and they've always had to show and prove. Kind of like how we've had to show and prove here in America. But Fearless, what do you think, bro? Are we not giving white rappers a fair shake at the rap game? Hallelujah, holla back.
Maybe, I feel like Eminem is the best, like one of the best rappers ever, but also, one of the best white rappers ever, obviously. You could think that this has something to do with Vanilla Ice. You gotta remember, man, Beastie Boys is the pioneers of hip hop. One of them, and they help make hip hop mainstream. So you have to give them their respect, but people don't, certainly not this newer generation. But I feel like they have their own white rappers that they like, such as Jack Harlow, which can actually spit his ass off and is one of the top tier MCs that we have now. Very, very nice. Great punchlines. He can actually make good songs. And he's been like that since he was in high school. He's been posting up videos and making songs since he was in high school. And the fact that he's from Kentucky. And Kentucky don't get a lot of MCs out from there.
Yeah, Kentucky don't get a lot of nothing. They probably get a lot of racism.
Yeah, so from a white guy to come out there and be spitting that hard, boom. You gotta remember Paul Wall as well. And of course you mentioned Riff Raff. Riff Raff is still out there getting busy.
I've always thought he was a little not great. But like, what was his appeal?
But he freestyles everything. I think that he makes banging music that people like. You can party to his shit. You know what I mean? And he goes to that crowd of I'm wasted and I'm so drunk I don't know what's going on type of hip hop crowd. And there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that just like to be that white dude drunk at the party, even if they black. So I feel like there is room for all of them. But in terms of like MCs and being like, this is my top 10, only like Eminem will ever get in there if he's even included. Because people feel like their Busta Rhymes is better than M, and fucking Redman is better than M, or shit, anyone else is better than M.
So let me excuse me, let me ask you this. What about Mac Miller? Where do you put him at? Because I really think if you're gonna make a list of top 10 white rappers, then Mac needs to be top 5. I think.
Mac is 2.
Mac is 2. Yeah, I would think so. But over the Beastie Boys?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Okay. The Beasties, once they left Rick Rubin and them, and left Def Jam and went to that other label after License to Ill, they kind of changed. Yeah. They started doing a different type of hip hop. They were really focused more on like that, I would say, like alternative hip hop. Yeah, I think that it was more of that b-boy style, but I think that's how they always were, and I think maybe Def Jam kind of suppressed that a little bit. Excuse me. But I think that once they left, they were more they were solidified as that group, so they had the fans and the notoriety, so now they can just be them. But yeah, if you listen to License to Ill and their next album, Paul's Boutique, it is a huge difference. Blue Side Part, and like that was a good album, man. Certainly, like to be like an introduction, like and being from Pittsburgh, coming out at the same time as Wiz, both getting really like popular at the same time and stuff like that. But I feel like Mac, once he got a little bit older and he started doing more drugs and stuff like that, he actually represented and presented a different part of hip hop that people don't really give a lot of credit to. And that's the part of hip hop for like people that are heavily addicted to drugs. Because that like we give Future a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? But we don't never really give Mac that type of same love. Mac was sitting there talking about his addictions and how he wanted to be stuck in the house and how he was antisocial and how the only thing that made him feel better was pills and all of that stuff. He was talking about that way before Future got popular for Mask Off. And niggas forget Mask Off is Percocet, Molly Percocets. Like he's talking about, I'm an addict and I'm taking my mask off because I'm not hiding now. I'm an addict no more. I'm letting it be known to the world. That was the #1 song in the world. That's what Mask Off is about. Mac Miller was doing that shit way before that nigga. Got no credit. So, I mean, and Mac done songs with everybody. Rick Ross, 2 Chainz. He has done songs with real rappers. Mac had punchlines. Mac could spit. Mac had an amazing voice to be able to sing. He don't get no credit. Eminem. I mean, come on, man. Eminem
never wants to be given the credit. Like nobody wants to give him the credit.
If y'all ever... Yeah, I mean, Eminem is in the top 5 easily. One of the best lyricists, one of the best flows. The only dude I know that can rap orange with a whole bunch of words, because it's really hard to do that. There's literally album, I think there's an album called Nothing Rhymes with Orange, or there's bands that's called that. That's how crazy that word is, and he can do that. So, you know, M is also nice, and I feel like the real MCs support, you know, M. But in terms of, in general, it's so hard for white rappers to get into hip hop. And I actually think that's a good thing. Okay.
Why do you think that?
What do you think? Do you think that's a good thing? Because I feel like they're the only motherfuckers. Well, the reason why I think that is they're the only people now in hip hop where it's like you can't just say anything and get popular. Now you have to be nice. And it used to be like that for everybody. If you wanted to get popular, in music, you had to be the greatest in your area, the greatest that you could possibly be. You had to be dope, man. Like dope. Like you had to be the best. It's so hard to get noticed, so you had to be the best. It's not like that anymore. If you have some fans, you do some goofy, funny shit on TikTok, you can become a hip hop rapper. You know what I mean? I mean, Jake Paul sold fucking albums. You remember that nigga used to rap? But white people though, like if you want to be considered like serious, you have to be great. And I think that's actually good. It makes them weather the storm. It makes them be ready for like battles. It makes them be ready to consistently make songs. It makes them studio ready, because they always got to prove themselves with every song or every album. You can't beat it. That's a good thing.
All right. What do you think? I like that. Because like I said earlier, I believe it's something that they have to work for to prove to us, because everything else in life, it seems as if we got to prove to them. In order to get a step ahead, we have to let them know that we were taught enough to earn that step ahead.
That's the reason why I don't think they get no respect, my nigga, because like you said, man, I can go ahead and try to make a rock and roll album. I might be successful. I might hit it off. I might whoop-de-whoop. I might do it. You know what I'm saying? But like when they go in and they just say these things about hip hop and they stop doing it, it just lets you know, like, yo, you never fucking cared. You did what was popular music. You're making popular music. We're making music about our life and our struggle. That's the fucking difference. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I respect M. M made music about his fucking life. It just happened to be hip hop. If it would have been blues or whatever the fuck else, he probably still would have made it. But these other motherfuckers is coming up in here and be like, oh, I can rap and I can say this and wear this jewelry and get popular. And then you laugh about it. You do it in your 20s. And then when you turn your 30s, you turn into an old suburb motherfucker wearing khakis and shit. And having a computer on you. Max Kellerman on some shit. Max Kellerman's still real hip hop though. He just stopped rapping because he got, the boxing money. But my whole point is, like, if you're going to be hip hop, be hip hop. Because all my hip hop legends, they still fucking hip hop. And they always hip hop. You can't just switch it up. Eminem is still hip hop. And that's how you get real respect, time, and putting in for the culture and speaking up for hip hop. You can't just jump in this shit, do it, and then dip the fuck off. Like, that makes you look like a goofy. So that's the reason why MGK has lost so much of my respect. So much. And it's not because he stopped rapping, it's because he don't give a fuck about hip-hop culture no more. And you saw how that nigga got booed at the fucking All-Star game. I don't know if you saw that. Motherfucker was like, get this nigga off. Get this nigga off here. Man, he did the introduction because it was in Cleveland. Yeah, he did the introduction for the All-Star for the All-Star game. You know how The Rock did his shit? They had MGK do that shit too.
Now I did see him. Try to ball a little bit, and he wasn't that good, man. He was not that good at all, bro.
Man, he sniffed so much coke. You don't know what that nigga. That nigga can't go up down on the courts, bro. So high out of his mind, man. You know, all them piercings all over his body, he all fucked up in the game. Man, he can't dribble no goddamn ball. He gonna rip something off. So that's the reason why, bro, I feel like white rappers just don't get respect. It's just not enough. And the ones that are dope, they usually switch up or they just stop. And it's so hard to get respect when you don't come from that cloth. That's the reason why. You ain't gonna never fucking make it. You ain't gonna never be given that respect. But we know M comes from that. But even M remember he was doing all them rock and roll songs and shit and all of that. We ain't really just like, we was just like, oh God, ain't nobody checking for that bullshit no more. You know what I'm saying? All of these hip hop and concert music and shit like that. But as soon as he did Kamikaze, you see how the whole world shut the fuck up. It was like, oh yeah, this is M. I forgot M could spit. He could beat all you niggas when he really feel like it. That's how you gotta come. He know how to come right. He came right. He came right, man. That's how you gotta come. You can't be on those weird ass rock and roll infusion shit. We ain't trying to hear that shit. We trying to hear some rap, nigga. Rap, boy.
Lyrics.
So
bars, baby.
That's my opinion.
Gotcha.
Bars, nigga. Something that we can like, listen to. That's the reason why Jack is winning right now, because that motherfucker got bars and he can make something, and he's his authentic self. I would say that.